Hello YouTube, just with another Transformers review. And today we're take a look at the Leader Class Onyx Prime figure from Transformers Age of the Primes. So, out of the box, you get the following. You get Onyx Prime himself, and you get his artifact, the Triptych Mask, which is split into two pieces, which becomes a spear. So, and his other accessory is his tail piece, which will become a bow and arrow weapon for his Centaur mode, which we'll get to that later. And of course, and you can tell, yes, this guy, as I mentioned before, this guy is a triple changer. So, before we get to that, we're going to take a look at the artifact first. Alright, so here is his artifact, the Triptych Mask. Or as I like to call it, the Triptych Spear. Which, really, of course, we can remove this, put this to the side. You can see is the Triptych Mask basically just reimagined into a spearhead. Now, of course, the Triptych Mask, of course, is a combination of three faces. And the styles look like the one from, I think, the Covenant Primus, from the art book. And of course, if the masks are from the top, we got Farsight, Predator, and Mornsong, and basically it gives Onyx Prime, well, when he wears these things, it allows him to see what others can't, which basically the top mask shows off visions of other places and times. The middle mask here will give Onyx Prime immediate insight into any creature, so he can hunt. So he can hunt flawlessly. So basically, the middle mask allows him to hunt down predators quicker and easier. While the bottom one, the Mornsong, basically allows Onyx to watch the journey of a spark across the hidden regions of death. So basically, this allows him to see dead bots, all dead sparks. So I guess it allows him to see the dead, so, yeah. And of course, on the bottom, we got Onyx Prime's insignia on there, so there you go. And of course, the instructions, let me bring out the instructions. Here is the name of it in Cybertronian, or Ancient Autobot, so it says Triptych Mask on there, so, yeah. Just want to put that up. So, there you go. And with that out of the way, let's bring in Onyx Prime, and by the way, you can actually plug this. You can plug this on top of the thing here, this is for storage in its beast mode, which we'll get to that later. So, and speaking of beast mode, let's bring in Onyx Prime. So here is Onyx Prime in its beast mode. So you can see the main color scheme is tan, brown, metallic gold, and some red for the eyes, and some silver paint. So pretty neat. Now, the beast mode can be viewed in a lot of ways. Like, it could be like some dragon creature, a hippogriff. If you're a Harry Potter fan, this could be like a resemblance to a hippogriff from Harry Potter. So yeah, and of course you can see this is how you store the Triptych mask or spear on the back there. So there you go. So yeah, pretty neat. So. Yeah, not much to say, but nice detailing, especially looks like fur. I mean, or fur coat. Even on the legs too, have some fur detailing on it, which is again neat. On the hind legs, the hind quarters do have some fur on there. Of course, which you can see that looks like veins or something like that, or maybe wiring, which because it's a robot. Again, very neat. Nice detailing there. And of course, you can see he's got hooves, so. Which this will make sense once we get to his one of his other modes, because again he's a triple changer. So yeah. Now articulation, most of it is transformation joints, but except for the head, this one's a little bit different. So the head can turn side to side a little bit. It's on a little swivel, and the mouth can open and close. So of course the mouth inside is actually detailed, especially with the tongue. So just neat. So. Like that. And of course, they can go up and down here, so just like that. Now the wings, the wings do. Okay, the tail just came off. That's okay though. Oh, even for the wings are detailed as well, which again impressive. I will say. Now of course they can go up and down. They're just like a little on a soft ratchet, so. And of course, they can go up. Of course, they can swing up and down like this, but that's for transformation. Now, on my copy, I know this is a quality control issue, but this wing bit here likes to pop off very easily. I mean, even though it's not broken, I mean, I don't see any stress marks on this thing, but I guess this was warped in some way, and it still plugs in just fine. It's just, I gotta be careful, because it just easily just knocks itself off. So yeah, but not a big deal in my book. I mean, yep. All right, I'm gonna fold this out of the way. I'm going to the hind legs. Now, this piece you have to move out of the way if you want to pose this guy. But again, these are transformation joints. But you could do this, and of course you could pose the legs, even the ankles. So yeah, so just like that, and fold this back up. Now, of course, I'm gonna plug the tail back in because this thing has to come off pretty easily. There we go. Actually, I'm just gonna remove this. I'm gonna remove this just to make it easier. All right. Let me just get this in there. There we go. Okay. Now, in instructions, you can actually make them do like a 6-leg mode, like a 6-leg mode, which you can see wrapped around the area between the shoulders and the chest. You can see that it looks like a pair of legs in there. So basically, if you want to make this guy into a 6-legged creature, you can do that. It's in the instructions. So basically, you have to unpeg the hooves from the bottom here, like this, and fold the hooves out like this. And then from here, you're gonna fold it in the front legs, so they're out of the way. And then you're gonna swing them out like this, and you're gonna turn them down like this, and then twist them like this, and you go and fold these in, which yes, these are actually articulated as well. So just bend them like that, and swing this down. All right, so fold that in like that, and of course we're going to fold the legs down a little bit. So gotta make sure these are leveled with one another. Okay, there we go, just like that, and yeah, it's kind of difficult because this piece in the way. But I can fold these. Of course, these shoulder pieces like to pop off. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. All right, okay, here we go. Just bear with me here. I gotta try to. And what the heck? This just slid off. Okay, this just slid out. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm just gonna get this guy situated. Okay, let me come back. Let me cut here and fix this thing. All right, just a quick finagling. I got to. Yeah, this is this is the best I could get. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, getting this guy into its 6-legged mode is kind of finicky because of the way you have to like finagle the front legs and the back legs. But you can actually do that. It's in the instructions. But however, these are important because this is for the battle mode, which we'll get to next. So, without the way, let's get right into its battle mode. All right, so let's get this guy into its battle mode, or I have to call it its centaur mode. So, when I come back here, I'm going to remove the tail. And we're going to split the tail in half like this. Just going to split it in half, spread it out like this. This becomes a bow. And if you want, you can go ahead and put the triptych spear and plug it into this little slot right here. So plug them like this, and plug them like that. And of course, we're going to rotate this spearhead, and there's the bow and arrow, all ready to go. Put that to the side. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fold this. Actually, we're gonna fold these. I'm gonna fold the arms in just for the time being. So just fold those in like that. We're gonna fold these little wing bits in so they're out of the way, just like that. And I'm gonna come here and flip this entire assembly. Oh, actually, fold these legs out. Fold this down too. Flip this whole entire thing up like this. And you can see, and then you can go ahead and fold these back down like that. And of course, we're actually going to fold these forward. I'm going to fold these front legs forward like this. just gotta make sure this is all straightened out. I mean, again, this is gonna be annoying bit about, you know, configuring between this and the beast mode is the legs. This is kind of takes some finagling to do. So, but once you, again, the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. So, all right. So then we go ahead and fold the arms back down and swing them out like this. Swing these down like this. I'm going to twist the the front feet will become the arm. The fists. And I'm going to come here and fold down will become the chest, and this will plug in there. I'm going to fold back the beast mode head, and this is going to fold into this little caddy right here, so like that. So I'm going to flip up the head, Onyx Prime's head, like that. And we're going to go ahead and plug the bow and arrow into its hand. We basically have to fold this open like this, and you can see in the hand there's actually a little slot in where the fingers are, like right here. And this is where you plug in the bow and arrow. So now it's easier if I just unplug the spear and then plug this in. So basically this is going to peg into that little slot right here. So plug it in here like this, and then you're going to plug the spear back in like that. Just get this all situated. All right. And now we'll fold the wings out a little bit. All right. All right. Let me fix this. Okay, so here are the legs all fixed up. So here's what they should look like. Make sure that the front legs are straight down and the back legs are like this. So, yeah. And I know people are going to put this down in the comments below. Yes, this guy does have heels that you can flip out. You can see there's another one here, but this is probably, I guess this is probably used for the beast mode, or it could be for the raw mode if you want to get this guy more stability. I mean, it's there, so here is his battle mode, or again, centaur mode, really. That's what it is. Yeah, it looks actually okay. I mean, looks all right. I mean, that's insane. Of course, there's his and then yes, the face is actually inside underneath the mask bit. So yeah. Oh, by the way, and I probably might point this out, but you can actually flip the chest up, and it kind of looks like a mask, which Satani's got a fourth one, but it does. I mean, the chest doesn't look like a mask. So if you want to, you could do that, but just fold that down. So yeah. The articulation, well, you can, again, pretty much the same as just, you know, the beast mode, really, but except it's not as fiddly. Again, if you get the, you know, the articulation down, so like you can do this, like he's about to, you know, is like he's about to trot or something like that. So you can actually do that. So yeah, you can do that. Like he's about to charge. So yeah. So, you know, yeah, something like that. So yeah. Yeah. That's the articulation. So again, pretty much the same as beast mode, but except you can actually move the arms, you know, any way you like. And of course the shoulder pads do move up and down, which they do unplug just for, you know, if you want to move these. So yeah. So yeah, it's much I gotta say about the centaur mode. So now we go on to the robot mode. Oh, before we get into robot mode, if you don't like the bow and arrow weapon, then you could just make him hold the spear and make the bow become the tail if you want to. So you can do that. All right, so I did remove the spear and the tail from the back, so we can get right to its robot mode. So now, just like you would if you're gonna fold this whole assembly back down like you would for beast mode. So you're gonna fold this, flip this up for now that it's out of the way. And then from here we're gonna fold these down, like we're gonna fold like this. We're gonna fold this down and then fold this down and then push forward and fold that down like that. These are the robot legs. Of course, I'm going to pull the. We're going to fold this top bit down up like this. All right, sorry about that. Now we're going to go in and basically you're going to do, just like with the beast mode, you're going to wrap these front legs around like this. So this is the tricky bit here. So of course you have to fold, make sure you fold these arms forward, and then again do the same thing with the other arm. Swing these around up like this. So they're up like this, and then we'll go and fold these arms back like this. Oh, just like that. And then from here, you're going to go ahead and fold down the hooves. And the hooves are going to plug into these little tabs right there. So just like that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So just, again, it's basically just wrapping the front legs around the shoulder joints. So just like that. And goes going to fold this back down, just like that. All right, so I got those all sorted out. Let's get to the face. Now, this is the difficult bit about this thing, is that this face bit has to fold down because this is actually on a separate joint. So just gotta put some force into it. So you can see, you fold the face down like that, and you hear it snap into place, and there you go. So there you go. There's his face right there, and we'll go ahead and fold the wings back like this. And then from the back here, we're gonna plug this tail bit here onto the back. So there you go. Fold that down, and then we'll go ahead and put his spear, the triptych spear, and just slide in there, close the hand, and oops. So just get these things all sorted out. Just get these wings all sorted out. Now my question, do these like legs here, these like little legs here snap in place? No, they don't. They actually stop at this point. So it's gonna take some finagling to stand them upright. So not a big deal in my opinion. So okay, let's see. All right, here we go. So here's Onyx Prime in its robot mode. So let's take a closer look. So you can see his head design, his head sculpt is very bestial. Of course, the top of his head is kind of resemblant of his the Covenant Primus art book, which I think this whole robot mode design is supposed to be based off of that, maybe with some IDW bits here and there. So yeah, again, nice wingspan. I mean, again, nice detailing here. So. Of course, I did point out like a lot of the details in its beast mode, especially with the veins or the wiring. Again, we'll say. So yeah, not much. Of course, there's here's the triptych mask on there. So, and of course, I did show this earlier, but you can do this if you wish. So yeah, there you go. The articulation, nothing new to the table, but the only thing that's new is just this, just the head can move side to side, and it can go up and down. Since this is on a ball joint, so there you go. And this guy does have waist articulation, so there you go. Now and of course, I did show for we got the biceps, we got the elbow joint here, got a wrist swivel here. Of course, the hands open, close. I did show this off earlier, but the shoulders can go out to the side as long as you move these armor bits out. So, yeah. Legs, I already pointed out earlier, so there you go. That's that. Now, to people wondering, can you get this guy? Can you have him hold this with two hands? Which I'm pretty sure you can. So I'm not sure like this little pole bit's like long enough to make him hold it. Which yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Okay, so you can make him hold two hands. Okay, cool. Good to know. All right, good. So there you go. That's pretty neat. Now, to be one, yes, you can actually use the bow and arrow weapon, which of course he does have another one of these slots in the other hand, so you can actually do that. So So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about Onyx Prime, really. Now, like I said, if you want to, you could fold out these little heel pieces if you want to give him more stability. I mean, if you want to. But really, he's really not that heavy. So yeah. Oh, one more thing. More point before I close this off. That you can actually store the spear onto the back. You can see there's two slots right here, which you can store in either one of these two. So there you go. There's your storage. So yeah, there you go. So that's it for Onyx. So that's it for Onyx Prime. So that concludes my review of Onyx Prime. So overall, this guy is pretty great if you're a fan of Onyx Prime. If you want to get more Prime figures added to your collection, especially if you want to get the goal of getting all 13 Primes from Age of the Prime, including one from Legacy United, being Vector Prime. So yeah, I do appreciate the inclusion of the Centaur mode, which was seen across various media, like the comics. At one point in the Transformers Prime cartoon in one episode, and not in Transformers 1 because he only showed like his robot mode and that's it. Yeah. Now, you know, this kind of, I know this was like, and now what I'm gonna say is pretty much a suggestion from Hasbro, but you got to make the Beast mode into like a 6-legged creature instead of a quadruped, which I won't classify that as a mode. It was more of like a suggestion. So I mean, I'm gonna consider this as a triple changer in my opinion. So the robot mode, the Beast mode, and the Centaur mode. So yeah. So do I recommend this guy? Yes, but just keep in mind that because thanks to tariffs, leader class figures are gonna be pretty expensive now. So I think maybe like in the maybe $60 or $70, I think, in between there. But thankfully, I got this guy for Christmas. So as a Christmas gift. So yeah. So a lot of money saved there. So yeah. And again, the only QC issue I have with this guy is just that wing part popping off very easily, and that's it. So if you get this, keep that in mind. But just keep in mind it's not going to be it's not a huge deal breaker. But yeah, so you're gonna picking this up if you got the money for it, and if you want to get add more primes to your collection, especially if you want to get all 13 primes. So with that said, the next Transformer review is going to be the Amalgamous Prime figure from Transformers Age of the Primes. But I'm going to take a break from this. I'm going to do more ASMR videos of Mugenbein figures. So yeah, starting with Overligan and Power Nose. So yeah. So thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon next to it. If you follow my Twitter, such X, and like my Facebook page, links in the description below. And with that, I will catch you next time.